Hello, I am Amar. Today we are going to see about 30 best GIS software applications and their rankings. So let us see the criteria for ranking the GIS. So ranking criteria, we didn't rank GIS software with just one or two factors. Instead, we use a range of criteria by testing out each GIS software package. Consider the following. The first one is analyzing capability or capacity. Second, cartography, uh, editing, imagery, innovation, and support. These are some criteria which has been considered to uh, ranking the GIS types. We also took into account the whole user interface, speed, and the number of errors we encountered when running the application. So the first software is ArcGIS Pro. ArcGIS Pro modernized GIS with ribbon interface, 64-bit processing, and 3D integration. It is a massive overhaul with a focus on quickness, ingenuity, and cartography. Even though ArcGIS Pro is a big machine with a lot of moving parts, it earned a top spot. These are pros and the cons for ArcGIS Pro. The second one is QGIS 3. It is an open source flows in DNA of QGIS 3. It has been genetically tailored to break the mold of commercial GIS with equally superior cartography, editing, and analysis tool. It is not only the great choice because 3D is native as part of QGIS 3, but QGIS plugins still give you the power to analyze with almost endless capabilities. As usual, here are pros and cons. The third GIS software is ArcGIS Desktop. So ArcGIS Desktop is cutting edge in GIS. It raises the bar to the next level by doing what other GIS software can't. It is expandable from field up to modeling and the scripting. So ArcGIS Desktop is the powerhouse for all things in GIS. So these are pros and cons for this ArcGIS Desktop. The fourth one is Hexagon GeoMedia. Hexagon GeoMedia has 40 plus years of history, but lately it has taken a bit of a slide. Nevertheless, GeoMedia is still solid as GIS software, especially when you pair it up with the AirDAS Imagine. You get arguably the best suit in remote sensing. Pros and the cons. The fifth one is Map Info Professional. At its core, Map Info Professional is all about locational intelligence, and just like GeoMedia, it has been a tale of shrinking market share from its rivals, but don't get fooled. Map Info Professional is still a well-rounded GIS software suited with more of a business decision-making focus. And here are some pros and the cons. The sixth one is FME, Feature Manipulation Engine. Feature Manipulation Engine is not a full-fledged GIS package. Instead, it is wrangles and slays your data like you die. It is extremely powerful and has a surprisingly active community. In fact, it is yearly world tour is a blast to attend. But just don't use this software for making maps. Here are some pros and cons as usual. The seventh, global mapper. Global mapper is like a Swiss army knife in GIS analysis. It is straightforward to get started, but at the same time, Global Mapper has an incredible amount of flexibility. For example, it has a powerful display for LiDAR and the elevation, all in a 64-bit application. Pros and cons, and Edge is QGIS2. QGIS2 was one of the largest community efforts and open source progress in the history of GIS, and because it was community driven, it became widely innovative and inventive. Even though QGIS2 is completely open source, it is rivals the best, but now full support has shifted to QGIS3. The other one is CAD Corp. CAD Corp integrates both GIS with CAD into a single application in a linear, flawless way. It adds rich functionality for mapping and styling. It adds several features: ribbon interface, interoperability, and developer tools. But when you combine it with server and cloud tools, the lesser-known CAD Corp shine on a couple of levels. The tenth, GraphGIS. GraphGIS is one of those suites that let you job process until the night falls. It is loaded gun with sophisticated tools. It is so powerful that you can unleash GraphGIS in QGIS as a separate toolbox. But it is clunky interface and stubborn map projection rules hold it back. The 11th is White Box GAT. White Box GAT is the diamond in the rough. If you need terrain hydrological analysis, then it is a super choice. The LiDAR support is out of this world, but White Box GAT also has 360 plus plugin tools. It deserves a higher ranking, but it is just not strong in mapping and editing and data management. 12. GVSIG. If you eat, sleep and breathe GIS, GVSIG is free and open source GIS software. This feature may surprise you. For example, it has filled up 3D capabilities and a desktop application, but it is light on documentation, especially anything in English. The other is GE Small World. If you are in utility, then GE Small World is for you. When GE acquired Small World, it rose as the top GIS software for utility company. The key is it is a robust data model which allows various geometry properties per objects. 14th, manifold GIS. Manifold system is something you can just pick up and get accustomed to quickly. Its highlights are its intuitive interface, programmability, and 64-bit processing. Manifold GIS has a solid set of tools, but without a high price tag. 15th, Maptitude. Maptitude stand out as one of the more affordable ones stop-shop GIS platform on the market. While it is true that Maptitude is a low-cost professional GIS, you might want to look elsewhere for higher-level analysis. 16. Tatuk GIS. Tatuk is straightforward and well-rounded. Its leading features include its state-of-the-art editing format support and scripting environment. Fun fact, the origin of Tatuk JS is based on Tatuk Lake in British Columbia, Canada. 17. AutoCAD Map 3D. If you started using Auto desktop products, then AutoCAD Map 3D has the same look to it, so it makes you feel comfortable. Basically, AutoCAD Map bridges the gap between CAD and GIS. You get map layout, data management, and editing capabilities. By linking CAD and GIS, you get the best of both worlds. Pros and cons. 18. Golden Software Surfer. Surfer is part of the Golden Software suite. Alongside Strater, Voxler, and Grapher, you get a nice mix of 3D analysis and editing capabilities, but this key feature is how you can produce professional quality thematic maps. 19. ILWIS. The 80s are making a comeback. As part of it, ILWIS is still embracing the era, but if you need remote sensing tools, it is a decent place to look. There are also 3D visualization and stereo imaging. Despite its disparate need for makeover, ILWIS is versatile in specific niches. 20. SAGA GIS. Name of the game of SAGA GIS is geoscience. If you go down this rabbit hole, you may get lost. It is documentation lacks so much that you don't even know the input and output, but it has some of the rarest tools you will ever find in GIS software. 21. Joda. Joda is specialists in statistical tools and analysis. As you work in this open source GIS software, you explore spatial statistics through state-of-the-art geo-visualization geosimulations. It is the ultimate tool for spatial modeling. 22. Bentley Map. Bentley Map combines the power of CAD with the strengths of traditional GIS. For example, it offers robust interoperability, overlay tools, and high-quality cartographical output. It is not only for 2D, but you can perform GIS analysis in 3D too. 23. Andrisi Tercet. Andrisi by Clerk Lab is mostly for raster analysis and image processing. For example, it is equipped with 300 plus analysis tools, but Andrisi also focuses on Earth modeling too. For example, it has module for land change, biodiversity modeling, and climate change. 24. TNT GIS, TNT View, TNT Edit, TNT Maps, and TNT Scripts are part of the microimage GIS software family. So at the basic level, TNT View is an open viewer. As you move the license level, each one adds extra capabilities. Overall, it is a decent option for all-around mapping. analysis, and editing. 25. Map window. This is an open source project. While it does about 90% of what GIS users need, it specializes in hydrology. It still struggles with some of the basics, but it is a decent volunteer effort. 26. UDIG, DIG, DIG. Volunteer worldwide work on this open source desktop application. Most of the focus for UDIG is on database viewing and editing. Even today, updates continue to roll in, but the interface really just needs fresh coat of paint. GIS. You have got 2 tickets to the Open Jam show. Would you go? You have got 2 tickets to the Open Jam show. Would you go? In short, GIS is good at doing the basics. It started as a tool for data compilation. Then it grew into a modest-sized open-source project. Despite slight functionality, developers still support the project. 28. Falcon View. Falcon View is a flight simulator, so it is unfair to compare in this list of GIS software. If you want to do fly throughs, so Georgia Tech built it for this purpose, so otherwise you can render feature in 3D like LiDAR and elevation. 29 is Orbis GIS. Orbis is still work in progress. It is now released as a cross-platform open source GIS software package. Specifically, Orbis GIS is designed by and for research. The last one is Diva GIS, D-I-V-A GIS. So Diva is an open source GIS software package that is simple and lightweight. Biologists use it for mapping biological richness and diversity distribution. It is functional, but there is not a lot here for mapping and functionalities. These are the ranking for 30 GIS type. All. Thank you very much.